Good morning, America. Hurricane Aaron's impact, the Menendez brothers' new fight, and the game-changing new era for sports fans. Hurricane Aaron's force felt along the East Coast, lashing North Carolina's Outer Banks. Floods shut down part of the main road. Beaches closed as the storm brings destructive waves, storm surge, and rip currents. Ginger has the track and timing.
Ballot box battle. Overnight, the Texas House of Representatives approving controversial new voting maps. This morning, President Trump's reaction, how it impacts next year's midterm elections. And now the Democratic leaders in other states vowing to fight fire with fire, saying game on.
High-stakes hearing. Menendez brothers set to face a parole board 36 years after murdering their parents inside their home. This morning, what the LA District Attorney is saying about if they still pose a risk to society.
School bus safety push, how one school district is taking new steps to protect kids as they get on and off the bus.
The major airlines facing lawsuits over alleged windowless window seats.
And we're celebrating a game changer. A new era for ESPN, changing the face of sports again.
You've gone to sports heaven.
This morning, one-on-one with ESPN's chairman on how you can experience your favorite teams like never before, including the new deal with the NFL, AI, fantasy, as ESPN takes you into the future. Plus our 50 States in 50 Weeks tour. Will Reeve is in South Carolina live from Clemson University as they get ready to kick off college football season.
I can't wait for football, baby!
And they're saying...
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Thursday. Good morning, America.
That might be the biggest crowd saying good morning, America ever right there. I hope you guys are all doing well this morning.
Those fans are excited, and so are we. And we have a lot to get to this morning, including why beef prices may be skyrocketing in the U.S. And if you're trying to cancel your gym membership and find it nearly impossible, well, we'll tell you why.
It's harder to cancel the membership than to get to the gym. I mean, that's crazy. But we're going to begin with Hurricane Aaron's march up the East Coast. Conditions deteriorating overnight as the storm brings large and dangerous waves and potentially deadly rip currents. This is the latest look of Aaron from space, hundreds of miles off the coast, but still a major force to be reckoned with. The dangerous conditions are forcing many beaches up and down the coast to be closed to swimming. And our Ginger Z starts us off along the Jersey Shore in Manasquan, New Jersey. Good morning, Ginger.
Hey, good morning, Michael. It's hard to believe that all of this is from a storm that's still more than 400 miles to my southeast. You see those crashing waves over the jetty here in Manasquan, 8 to 10 feet as of right now. But as we see the day progress, we will get a little closer, and these waves could get up to 18 feet by tonight.
The beaches along the East Coast are taking a beating as Hurricane Aaron spins about 200 miles from the North Carolina shore. Growing waves threatening homes and businesses, some already damaged by the overwash.
These are houses that no longer have a protective dune in front of them. They're very vulnerable to the waves, to the high surf.
North Carolina's Outer Banks bearing the brunt of Aaron's wrath. Highways submerged as crews race to reinforce the protective dunes. Parts of Highway 12, the main road that runs the length of the barrier islands, closed overnight, and it could stay that way for days. North Carolina's governor pre-positioning swiftwater rescue teams and National Guard troops, urging people to stay away from flooded roads.
Don't do it. You do not know how deep the water is or how fast it is running.
As hurricanes move north, they expand. And Aaron's tropical storm force wind field is huge, extending 320 miles outside the center. Like a bulldozer shoving water at the coast, it's whipping up powerful rip currents. Many beaches shut down. Officials on the New Jersey shore warning people to not only stay out of the water, but off the beach entirely.
You can get a rogue set of waves coming in, and if you're on the beach, comes in, or take your feet right out from under you and pull you right out.
So when high tide comes in tonight, you have the water already pushing up. Imagine doubling the waves. Those homes are some of the, concerns when you don't have that barrier to protect them. Let's go straight to the satellite because I want to take you through the path and the timing here. Most importantly, this is about as close as it gets to the Outer Banks. So they're feeling the biggest impacts now. It will keep moving to the north, then northeast, and it will jet away, but not before it has all these coastal flood alerts for 1 to 3 feet of inundation from New Haven, Connecticut, all the way down to Myrtle Beach. Those tropical storm warnings in place for parts of Virginia and North Carolina. Look at the winds, because it's, breezy out here, I'd call it, but it is downright gusty in the Outer Banks, up to 50-mile-per-hour gusts. We will see that by tonight. Look at Atlantic City at 40 miles per hour. That's Thursday, 7 p.m. Nantucket's kicking overnight. And then by tomorrow night, things really relax. That doesn't mean go in the ocean, though, because the rip currents will still be terrible. The high surf, though, is the biggest for today. Along the North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Rehoboth Beach, you'll see the biggest. And then tonight for New Jersey up through Long Island, Rhode Island. George, we're also really concerned about erosion, a problem that we've seen and will get big with storms like this.
Up and down the coast. Okay, Ginger, thanks very much. You mentioned those gusts in North Carolina. Victor Keno's on the Outer Banks.
Good morning, George. You can probably hear it. The strongest winds that we have felt by far, winds gusting near 40 miles an hour right now. Conditions really deteriorating overnight. Right now, Aaron, about 200 miles in that direction, and look at what this hurricane is doing to the surf behind us. It is incredibly rough out there right now. Swells 12 to 15 feet and could still grow in size of up to 20 feet. Watch as those waves crash right into the pier here in Kill Devil Hills. And it is also high tide right now, and that is the combination that has had officials so concerned here. High tide mixed with high surf that could lead to the overwash that floods the roads. Officials have closed down portions of Highway 12. That is the main road here in the Outer Banks that we have been talking about all week long that tends to flood during a storm. That's something we'll be watching very closely as Aaron impacts the Outer Banks. Mary?
Okay, Victor, stay safe out there. Overnight in Texas, a Republican bill to redraw the congressional map coming one step closer to becoming law after passing in the Texas House last night. The state Senate is expected to pass it later today. And California Democrats now planning to counter Texas's move. Chief Washington correspondent John Carl has more. Hey, John, good morning.
Good morning, Mary. Texas Democrats tried mightily to stop Republicans from drawing the state's congressional maps. They have failed, and now Democrats say they will fight fire with fire and try to do what Republicans are doing in Texas in the states that they control.
Overnight, the Texas House of Representatives approved the controversial new voting maps designed to help Republicans keep control of Congress in next year's midterm elections. The new maps, which were drawn at the request of President Trump, are designed to turn 5 congressional districts in Texas that are now held by Democrats into districts that will likely be won by Republicans next year. President Trump applauded the move, posting on social media, quote, "Big win for the great state of Texas. Everything passed, on our way to 5 more congressional seats and saving your rights." Texas Democrats tried everything possible to stop it from happening, even leaving the state for 2 weeks in an effort to deny the quorum needed to hold the vote. Now Democrats in California are vowing to retaliate, moving forward with a plan to redraw the state's maps, an effort that could cost Republicans there 5 congressional seats.
Yes, we'll fight fire with fire. Yes, we will push back. It's not about whether we play hardball anymore. It's about how we play hardball.
The Texas State Senate is expected to approve the new maps today. And also today, the California legislature is expected to vote on a constitutional amendment that would allow new maps designed to help Democrats there win 5 more seats. In California, however, the plan would also have to be approved by voters in a referendum later this year. Republicans, meanwhile, Michael, are now considering efforts to redraw maps in several other states they control, including Florida and Ohio. So this battle is truly going national.
Yeah, kind of felt that it wasn't just one step and over. All right, thank you so much, John, for that. We're going to turn now to the war in Ukraine and the push for peace. The Trump administration is trying to set up a face-to-face meeting between President Zelensky and Vladimir Putin, but Russia is pushing back. Our senior political correspondent, Rachel Scott, is at the White House. Good morning, Rachel.
Hey, Michael, good morning to you. And Russian President Vladimir Putin still has not agreed to sit down face-to-face with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, at least not publicly. And this morning, we are hearing new demands from Russia, insisting that they need to sign off on any potential security guarantee that the United States or European leaders provide to Ukraine in case there is a peace deal. Now, the United States and our European allies have said they would be willing to provide more support to Ukraine just in case Russia invades invades again if there is a peace deal. The president suggested that Putin was on board with this idea, and then his special envoy, Steve Witkoff, went on television and said that it was a major concession, calling it game-changing. But if Putin is open to this idea, there appears to be a catch, because we heard from the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, who said that this proposal will not work without their participation, calling it a road to nowhere. The White House is trying to turn up the pressure on Russia, the vice president saying that every little detail doesn't need to be sorted out for these two leaders to become face-to-face. But Russia says that the details of the summit need to be meticulously planned, and they seem to be dragging their feet on the idea that this could happen very quickly, Michael.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like it's going to happen very quickly at all. Rachel, on another topic, there's a new development in the administration request to unseal grand jury materials related to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, Michael. So after facing pressure from the president's supporters, the president did order the Justice Department to try to request the release of grand jury testimony related to Jeffrey Epstein and his co-conspirator, Ghislaine Maxwell. Well, a federal judge has now rejected that request for a third and final time. U.S. District Judge Richard Berman calling it a diversion from the material that the Justice Department and the government already has in their hands, saying that it would not better inform the public, Michael.
All right, Rachel Scott, we appreciate you. Thank you. George?
Okay, Michael, we're going to go to the Middle East now, where Israeli forces are moving ahead with plans to take over Gaza City amid new jockeying over a ceasefire. Chief International Correspondent James Long tracking the latest. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning, George. Israel is preparing for a military occupation of Gaza City. 60,000 IDF reservists are being called up, and the Israeli military says its troops are already on the outskirts of the city. But humanitarian groups and most of Europe have sounded the alarm over this plan, saying it will make a catastrophic situation for the Palestinians worse. Starvation, as we know, has gripped Gaza for months, and most of the 2 million people trapped there have already been forced to move multiple times. Now they will be pushed south to what Israel calls a humanitarian city in Rafah. But hundreds of thousands of Israelis have also protested against this plan. They say it only endangers the 50 remaining hostages. Benjamin Netanyahu, though, he says it's needed to root out Hamas, but his critics say he's only trying to keep the war going to keep himself in power. This is as the Israeli government has now approved a controversial settlement plan for an area between the occupied West Bank and East Jerusalem. It's a plan that's been pushed by the extreme religious right, who say they want to bury the idea of a Palestinian state. But both the move into Gaza and this West Bank settlement plan, there may still be pressure tactics by Israel to force Hamas into accepting better conditions for a ceasefire deal. Mary?
Yeah, lots of questions about the future of that ceasefire deal. James, thank you. And we turn now to consumers grappling with rising beef prices. Morgan Norwood is tracking this all for us. And Morgan, this, of course, is top of mind with Labor Day coming up quickly.
So true, Mary. Beef prices may be sizzling, but that hasn't really stopped consumers from firing up the grill, at least yet. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, ground beef prices are up around 11.5%, and steaks are over 12% higher compared to last year. That's nearly 4 times the price jump of food overall during the same period. Several reasons for the increase: cattle herds at their lowest level in 74 years. You've got drought, ranches just not as profitable as they once were. Then you've also got those tariffs on imported beef from Brazil. That's also adding a little bit of pressure here. For now, red meat still on the table for most Americans, but the data suggests that consumers may actually cut back in 2026 if the prices stay where they are or continue to go up. But look, it's not just beef. Prices at the grocery store continue to rise on other staples like your coffee, egg prices, and experts say the cost of canned food and beverages are up due to tariffs as well. So bottom line, consumers looking to save, you can check shopping apps and also your local stores for those sales. Michael?
All right. Thank you so much, Morgan. Now to the new lawsuit against the parent companies of LA Fitness. The Federal Trade Commission is accusing them of making it way too hard for people to cancel their gym membership. Rhiannon Alley has the story. Good morning, Rhiannon.
Hey, good morning, Michael. The FTC says LA Fitness and its sister brands didn't just make canceling memberships difficult, they made it nearly impossible. The agency accuses the gym's parent companies of forcing some consumers through a maze of red tape. Some had to print long forms requiring long-forgotten login credentials, while others had to show up in person and speak with a specific manager who was often unavailable. In some cases, people were required to send certified mail just to cancel, and even after after some members contacted their banks to stop payments, they allege the companies continued to charge them, sometimes under new account numbers. Now, the FTC now asking a judge to put an end to these practices and deliver refunds to all of the affected customers. We reached out to the parent companies of LA Fitness and the other companies named in that suit. They said, we are disappointed that the FTC has chosen to pursue this complaint. The allegations are without merit. We remain confident that we will prevail in court. Now, business groups had a big win earlier this year when a court ruling blocked an FTC rule that is known as the click to cancel rule. That required cancellation to be as simple as the sign-up process. But that has not stopped the FTC from increasingly going after businesses for hard to cancel subscriptions and recurring charges, like with this latest lawsuit, guys.
Yeah, one of those modern annoyances. Okay, Rhiannon, thanks very much. We're going to turn to two major airlines now facing lawsuits for selling window seats without a window. It's a head scratcher, Sam.
Yeah, it is, George. And it really could have happened to any of us because they're major airlines. Good morning. Imagine how you'd feel shelling out that extra cash for a window seat just to find yourself looking at a blank wall for the whole flight. Well, that's what these lawsuits allege. Now, United and Delta are facing separate class action lawsuits about this issue. Take a look. This is what a passenger says their view looked like when they got to their so-called window seat. What's missing here? That's because some airlines describe every seat along the side of the plane as a window seat, but the lawsuits claim that other airlines, like American and Alaska, warned passengers or flagged those seats about so-called windowless window seats. But these airlines didn't flag them during the booking process, and so passengers say they paid fees, get this, from $30 to more than $100 to have a window view, to look at clouds and look at sky, but only see walls. The lawsuits claim the airlines have sold millions of these seats, and they say passengers who bought them should get their money
I just
back.
realized I've sat in one of those seats.
Yeah, me too. I just did.
But I was also just sleeping, so it didn't matter. All types of aircraft.
So, George, it's a very nuanced and good question because a lot of us book on certain flights and certain carriers, right, to know the plane, right? So this is on both Airbus and Boeing. They all have seats just like this.
Okay, thank you, Sam.
Wow. All right, thank you, Sam and Lara. Massive jackpot. You got that information.
Yeah, I sure do. So this jackpot, this Powerball jackpot is so big. Winners wouldn't have to worry about paying extra for a windowless window seat or flying commercial for that matter. There were, however, no winners in last night's $643 million drawing, which means Saturday's jackpot goes up to $700 million. This is the 11th largest jackpot in Powerball history. And if you're lucky enough to get the winning ticket and are the only winner, you would take home a lump sum of about $316 million, but that is before taxes. After taxes, you walk away with about 25% less than that. But that's not a bad day to look at this. I don't see anybody complaining. Windowless seats on me. The odds of winning the top prize, though, in this one in $292 million.
So you
but got to be in it to win it.
That's right. Got a chance.
Yep.
Who's buying a ticket?
Can't hurt.
Why not? Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? Who's going to show up to work if you win? Yeah. You got to show up to say goodbye. All right, coming up, the Menendez brothers' new fight. Matt Gutman is tracking it all for us. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Michael, and the brothers are likely to be grilled on their cell phone infractions. They'll also have a chance to address the parole board themselves. Coming up, I'll tell you why today is a monumental day for them after 3 decades in prison.
So something big has just dropped from our friends at ESPN. Chairman Jimmy Pitaro will tell us about the innovation that will make watching our favorite sports and players much easier.
And take a look at this. An out-of-control 60,000-pound front-end loader, losing its brakes. How miraculously no one was killed.
He stays in 50 weeks. We're pointing to South Carolina. Will Reeve is there. He's got a special connection to the state.
Welcome back to GMA. That's John Cena and the new first ever ESPN mascot. We're going to tell you all about the new era for ESPN just ahead. That music always psychs you up. And John Cena is also here live. Looking forward to that.
He's also always so much fun. Yeah. First new at 7:30, a U.S. official says a military raid in Syria killed a senior member of ISIS who was involved in the group's finances and in plotting terror attacks in the region. This is the second U.S. military ground raid in northwestern Syria in the last month. There are no civilian or U.S. personnel casualties reported. Also, look at this video capturing an out-of-control front-end loader careening down a Massachusetts street. The 60,000-pound vehicle lost its brakes. It collided with another vehicle before hitting a guardrail. The Milford police chief said it was a miracle no one was killed. If a motorist had entered the intersection just 1 second earlier, he said we would be facing an unspeakable tragedy. And a rare trading card featuring the signatures of NBA icons Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant is up for sale. Online bidding has already surpassed $6.2 million, making it the most valuable NBA card ever. The 2000, 2008, 2007, 2008 Upper Deck card is the only card ever produced with the autographs of those two players. The auction ends Saturday night.
Wow. All right, we're going to turn now to the Menendez brothers' fight for release. The first of two parole board hearings taking place today, which could lead to freedom after more than 35 years. Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman is in San Diego for us with more. Good morning to you, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Michael. And the most basic question facing the parole board is, would the brothers pose an unreasonable risk to the public if they are released? Now, we expect them to be grilled on their conduct, but also their infractions in prison. But the brothers will also have an opportunity to address the parole board, as will their family members. And needless to say, after over 3 decades in prison, today is monumental for them. This morning, what could be the most consequential day in the lives of Eric and Lyle Menendez since they murdered their parents in their Beverly Hills home 36 years ago. The brothers now set to face withering questioning from a parole board broadly tasked with answering a single question. Will the brothers pose an unreasonable risk to society if released? Eric is up first. Tomorrow, it's Lyle.
The parole board has to make a determination on public safety. They can't just look at the seriousness of the crime. They have to look at all other evidence. How have the brothers done in custody? Have they been trouble-free? Have they accepted responsibility for these very serious crimes that happened over 30 years ago?
The brothers have long maintained the shooting was in self-defense following years of sexual abuse from their father. The Menendez family, which is also the family of the victims, Kitty and Jose Menendez, tell ABC News in a statement they're cautiously optimistic and add the brothers have taken full accountability. They express sincere remorse to our family to this day and have built a meaningful life defined by purpose and service. Prior to the brothers' resentencing, I spoke with the family. And at this point, the family is absolutely unanimous that they should be released?
Absolutely. 100%.
Including their Aunt Terry, who's battling cancer and fears she may not live long enough to see them free.
It's a whole branch of my family erased. The ones that are gone and the ones that are still paying for it, which were kids.
The story of the Menendez brothers surged back into the spotlight after the release of the hit series Monsters, which dramatized their crimes.
I told him everything. Okay, everything about what?
And in an interview overnight, LA District Attorney Nathan Hochman says none of that is grounds for their release.
The Menendez brothers have not exhibited this full insight into their actions, and since it is a key factor in determining whether or not someone's a risk of danger to society, they have not met this key factor, and at this point, they are not ready for parole.
Now, today's hearing is expected to last several hours. The biggest concern from the Menendez legal team is that their cell phone infractions will somehow overshadow decades of good conduct and rehabilitation. Now, even if they are approved for parole, it's a process that could last multiple months. Governor Gavin Newsom, of course, has the opportunity to veto that. And if they are rejected, they have a chance to appeal again. But it'll be at least 18 more months before they can appear before another board. Guys.
As you said, a monumental day for the brothers there. Matt, thank you.
The game changer for sports fans, our friends at ESPN, have re-envisioned their app so you can see everything that ESPN has to offer, the games, the shows, all the features from all the channel in one place. Well, Reeve sat down with the chairman of ESPN, Jimmy Pitaro, to talk about it all. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, George. The way that we watch TV, especially sports, is rapidly changing. And for sports fans particularly, the future is here. The way to watch ESPN, our sister company says it's all in one place. And for the first time today, it's streamed to you directly wherever you are. The future is here.
This morning, a sports fan's dream come true as ESPN launches their new streaming service.
Describe this new venture in 3 words. Does ESPN count as one word?
Yes.
Okay, all of ESPN. ESPN has always, since its inception in 1979, been on the cutting edge of sports and sports technology and the way that fans get access to sports. What does the launch of the app and the direct-to-consumer component mean for sports fans going forward?
You'll finally be able to get all of ESPN all in one place. All of our content, all of our networks available direct to consumer for the first time in ESPN's history. So that's 12 networks, 47,000 live events. On top of live games, all of our studio programming, all of our original films, 30 for 30, E60, SC Featured, all of that will be available direct to consumer. Part 2 is we will be launching a significantly enhanced ESPN app. You'll see fantasy integration, betting integration, commerce integration.
At the heart of the new offerings, personalization for fans.
I'm a huge sports fan, huge. And these are things that I actually want as a sports fan. I think the best example of that is Sports Center for You. One of the things that I've always craved is a sports center that is tailored to me. So I'm Yankees, Giants, Knicks, Rangers, Notre Dame. When I fire up Sports Center in the morning, that's the content that I want first, and we're going to be able to deliver that to millions of sports fans.
How do you tailor a TV show in that way?
It's a great question. We have agreements with several of our talent. It's not possible to create a million different versions of SportsCenter manually. So it'll be the voices that you're accustomed to hearing on ESPN, but it'll be powered by AI.
Other ways you'll be able to personalize your experience? Watching 4 games at once, tracking fantasy teams in real time, and chances to shop or place bets while watching games.
And this one is picked off and going back the other way.
ESPN also exciting fans with big new announcements about the NFL as the start of football season approaches.
Tinsley, come on!
The news of the big agreement with the NFL has been making headlines. That's a game changer for ESPN and for the league and for fans.
Yeah, it has been making headlines. Even my parents were aware. In fact, what is really exciting to me about that is our ability to include NFL Network in our ESPN direct-to-consumer offering. We'll launch with 12 networks as a part of ESPN direct-to-consumer. Once the deal closes, we will add a 13th network, which will be NFL Network. We will also be acquiring traditional linear rights to their very popular whip-around show called NFL Red Zone.
And the Lions have their hearts broken yet again.
We will be acquiring the Red Zone brand. So with that, we will have the opportunity to potentially expand Red Zone to other sports, other leagues. And then fantasy is a huge part of our business, NFL fantasy. And so our fantasy product will merge with their fantasy product, and we will become the official fantasy game of the NFL.
It's just such an exciting thing to see, this expansion. It's the personalization is fantastic. I'm a big Red Zone fan, so excited to have that within the ESPN universe. And if you're a paid TV subscriber, you don't have to change anything. You can integrate this new app into what you already have, so you don't have to, you're not getting left behind, but you can also get a bundle, whether you're a huge sports fan, Clemson fanatic, perhaps, or if you're just a casual, you can get your bundle. Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN, that's the bundle I got last night. It's all really exciting, guys.
Our series, 50 states in 50 weeks, America the Beautiful. And Will Reeve is in South Carolina at Clemson University. Will, I know this is not your first time there. What a campus that is.
It is. It's amazing. What an atmosphere. The folks are so great here. This is not my first time. When I worked at ESPN, I came here and I embedded as a cheerleader right here in this stadium for a game. Clemson won by 1 billion points, and I did all the push-ups that the cheerleaders do when they score touchdowns. It was a great time. And Clemson, as it was then and is now, was led by the head coach, the legend, Dabo Swinney, who joins me now, Coach. It is great to see you.
Great
Thank
to see
you
you.
for being
Thank
here. Right now, we are in one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. And I remember when I was a cheerleader here for a weekend, I was carrying the flag out on the field, and you guys all ran down in what they call the most exciting 25 seconds in football. You like almost caught me. You come sprinting down this. I got a chance to run it earlier this morning. You've seen what I did.
Yeah.
Give me a review, honestly.
You know, not bad for a beginner. Not much air on the platform here.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was a good start.
Honestly, I was nervous.
That.
I've had leg-related incidents before on television. I've gone viral. I didn't want to go viral again.
Yeah, me neither.
For tearing an ACL, but you come screaming down this thing because you have such a passion for this game, for this school, for this state, and you got a big game right out the back. College football season is back, and you guys are kicking it off in 9 days in this stadium, under the lights, Death Valley on ABC, Clemson, LSU. How you feeling?
I'm excited. You know, just like everybody here is excited. This place will be electric. It's an amazing environment, and this is what we work all year for. We get 12 days that we know we get to play. And we work all year for those 12 days, and we get 7 right here in this amazing, venue. So, looking forward to seeing Death Valley packed and ready to welcome the LSU Tigers here in a short amount of time.
How are you feeling about your Clemson Tigers this year with all these fans who are so excited for a return to glory?
Well, I love this team. I mean, they've done the work and that we've asked them to do to this point, and you know, it's been all about preparation, and now the next step is execution.
All right,
and that's next.
Well, that's excellent, Coach. We're wishing you all the best this season, and always we appreciate all you do for this team, for this school, and for the community. Thank you for being here.
Great to meet you. Thanks for coming and showcasing Clemson.
Thanks for letting me run down the hill. I know this is your territory. All right, everybody. Dabo, let's go.
Good run, Will. We'll be right back.
Excited. College football is back.
Woohoo! Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Hurricane Aaron's force felt along the East Coast, lashing North Carolina's Outer Banks. Floods shut down part of the main road. Beaches closed as the storm brings destructive waves, storm surge, and rip currents. Ginger has the track and timing.
Remembering America's nicest judge.
Guilty or not guilty? What do you say?
Guilty.
Guilty.
Judge Frank Caprio passing away after a courageous cancer battle.
My first day on the court set the tone of my judgeship of over 30 years.
This morning, how he earned millions of fans for his compassion in the courtroom.
School bus safety push, how one school district is taking new steps to protect kids as they get on and off the bus.
We're kicking off a new era of ESPN.
Tinsley, come on!
Changing the game again.
Hartstein up and Holmgren with the hammer.
A new way to watch your favorite teams and more, all in one place.
And John Cena is everywhere.
It's not that big a deal.
Oh, yes, it is. Talking about the explosive new season of Peacemaker.
Best dimension ever.
In his WWE farewell tour, he's here live and he's saying,
"Good morning, America."
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Thursday. Good morning, America.
Whoop, there it is. Good morning, America. Yeah, we are excited to have John Cena here as always. We're also excited to be in South Carolina for our 50 States in 50 Weeks series. Will Reeve is live from Clemson University ahead of college football starting of the season. Tell us all about the incredible impact the school has had on its community.
We cannot wait for that. And just ahead, could cameras on school buses keep kids safe from drivers who speed by them? It's every parent's worst nightmare. We'll show you what one district is doing.
First, look at the top stories breaking at 8. We start with Hurricane Aaron's march up the East Coast. It's bringing large and dangerous waves and rip currents. Dangerous conditions are forcing many beaches up and down the coast to be closed to swimming. Want to go back to Ginger, who is in Manasquan, New Jersey. Good morning, Ginger.
Hey, George, so the sea foam is flying. We're being sandblasted. And behind me on that jetty, you can easily see those waves crashing. There's some 8 to 10 feet right now. We're coming off high tide, but by tonight, we'll be going up to another high tide with even more surge of energy toward us. So waves could go 15 to 18 feet here. And that's what they've been seeing this morning offshore in North Carolina. They already had that overwash. You can see the pictures from Buxton, North Carolina. Highway 12 was closed. They expect that to be closed potentially for a day or two. And so we're going to keep an eye on roads in the Outer Banks. That's where the bulk of it's happening now, because the storm is about as close as it's going to get to the United States, about 200 miles southeast of Hatteras there. But look at those warnings. The coastal flood alerts go all the way from New Haven, Connecticut, and Montauk, all of Long Island, down to Myrtle Beach still. Here's what we anticipate. Time-wise, it's going to jet off to the north-northeast. And by this weekend, and I'm talking by Saturday night, we're well done with this thing, but the rip current risk will still be high. So we want people to know that. Plus erosion today and tonight, the worst it'll be along the East Coast. I'm worried about Rhode Island all the way along these beaches down here, the shore. Michael.
All right, Ginger, thank you for keeping an eye on it for us. And now to a new push to keep kids safe as they head back to school. New technology aimed at protecting children as they get on and off the school bus. Our Stephanie Ramos is here with more on that. Good morning, Stephanie.
Michael, good morning. It's supposed to be the safest ride to school, right? But every year, more than 100 people die in crashes involving school buses, and about 20 of them are children. The biggest risk, not the bus ride itself, but the moment kids step into the street as drivers blow past those flashing stop arms. A national survey shows 6 students were killed just last school year while getting on or off the bus. Most of those deaths happening before 7 a.m. Now, one Pennsylvania school district is cracking down. Lower Merion in Montgomery County has put cameras on all 135 of its buses. They'll capture license plates and ticket drivers who just don't stop. Officials say it's a simple solution that could prevent tragedies, because while school buses are the safest way for kids to get to school, the danger is often the cars around them. Mary.
Yeah, something like you said, every parent worries about. Stephanie, thank you. And this morning, we are remembering America's nicest judge, known for his compassion in the courtroom. Judge Frank Caprio passed away, leaving behind a very kind legacy after one career-changing moment. He was the compassionate courtroom judge seen by millions, whose rulings changed so many lives for the better.
I think 9:59 is close enough to 10. Matters dismissed.
Thank you. For 40 years, Judge Frank Caprio would hear cases on his Providence, Rhode Island bench, along the way earning millions of fans and the reputation for his compassion in the court, saying he treats each case with kindness, understanding, and dignity.
Guilty or not guilty? What do you say?
Guilty.
Guilty.
In later years, his hit TV show, Caught in Providence, put his humor and heart on full display.
Do you feel so bad that you want to help her pay for it?
Not that bad.
Not that bad.
He wasn't always so compassionate. His first day on the bench, his father proudly watching on. Caprio was tough on a young mother who hadn't paid her parking tickets. That didn't sit well with his father.
He said, Frank, she had 4 kids. Now suppose she can't feed the kids tonight. You weren't brought up that way.
The moment would change the course of his life and the lives of so many.
Day on the court set the tone of my judgeship of over 30 years.
His family sharing the news of his passing following a courageous battle with pancreatic cancer. He was 88 years old.
What a legacy there.
Yeah.
Just an amazing man, and such an important reminder. Always remember what people may be going through.
Absolutely. Coming up in our GMA morning menu, how ESPN and someone we know very well changed how we watch and enjoy sports. We all know who that is, right?
Look at that hair. Also ahead for Black Business Month, we meet a man who turned his love of photography into a business that has become the heart of his Brooklyn community.
Plus, Tori Johnson is here with Deals and Steals, all about beauty, so you can get glam for less. We always love that. And Lara and Sam are with 2 special guests up there. Hey, guys.
I'm submitting this for the new ESPN app, by the way, because we've got John Cena and Bubba Wallace here, and they both have a lot going on to talk about.
Yes, and Sam, I'm so proud of you that you knew to connect that
with ESPN.
You are such a sports maven. Guys, Bubba just made history at the Brickyard.
Yes, sir.
We're going to talk about that, and then the new season of John's show, The Fantastic Peacemaker, is about to drop. We're going to hear all about that and a lot more from our new sportscaster coming up on Good Morning America.
That came up very fast.
There you go. Hi.
We're supposed to see a little picture of New York City there.
Let's get some pop news. Shot. Let's do pop news, everybody, because we have a lot to talk about, starting with U.S. Open action. So much to talk about there, but before we do that, we want to show you something so special. ESPN is gearing up for a new season of streaming, and as they prepare to launch their next chapter for fans, we're going to take a look back at the way the network has changed the world of sports.
This is Sports Center.
From the court to the diamond. From match point.
It's been the most incredible journey I've ever been on.
To match celebration.
Go!
ESPN has been there.
Welcome, everyone, to the ESPN Sports Center.
When the network was launched more than 40 years ago, it was all about one thing: sports.
If you're a fan, what you'll see in the next minutes, hours, and days to follow may convince you you've gone to sports heaven.
Another seam up the middle. And they all have scored. The Rangers win the cup. The curse is over.
With ESPN, viewers got a bona fide backstage pass to some of the biggest sporting events in history, with familiar faces lighting up the screen.
If you think Corey is happy, his mother and father are ecstatic right now.
Year after year, the network only growing.
Way back, and gone. Bang!
Becoming part of the cultural zeitgeist.
Just hold on a sec. I'm watching this rugby thing on ESPN.
It's like I have ESPN or something.
The game is dodgeball.
This sport doesn't build character, it reveals it.
If you look at our studio programming, if you look at our original films, our 30 for 30 film series. I say this all the time. I believe that ESPN is at its best when it's combining substance, heart, and humor.
And right now, you're standing on the edge of tomorrow.
Booyah!
And now, a new way to enjoy the touchdowns, the triumphs, and all the timeless sports moments. So much history, and starting today, the enhanced ESPN app is available to fans everywhere, bringing the full suite of ESPN networks and services directly to streaming. They have really revolutionized the way we look at sports and entertainment, so check it out, everyone.
On my homepage.
Hey, speaking of ESPN and sports, the U.S. Open mixed up the format for its mixed doubles tournament this year, getting the biggest names in sports, to join forces as mixed doubles teams. We're talking Carlos Alcaraz and Emma Raducanu, Frances Tiafoe and Madison Keys. It was mixed doubles specialists, though, last year's U.S. Open champs, I dare say, the Italian Dream Team.
Wow.
Sara Errani and Andrea Vavasori, who would conquer all challengers, winning the title for the second straight year.
Yeah.
I got to give it up for them because they had to go against the biggest names in tennis.
Imagine that.
I mean, talk about the pressure, but they beat Iga Swiatek and Casper Ruud in the final. The Italians said they were doing it. They were playing for all the doubles players who didn't get to play in the tournament because of the new format. I'm sure the $1 million prize, which is an $8,000 increase, was also probably a pretty good motivator.
Hello.
They did it, though, and they played beautifully. Coverage of the U.S. Open continues today as the third round of qualifying matches gets underway, starting at 11 a.m. on
ESPN.
Yes, it's underway. Thank you. That was beautiful.
My brain hurts now.
It was beautiful. And Pete, thank you for the extra time so we could see that. It's really something. And then finally, just a quickie because it made me smile. Hopefully it will do that for you as well. Who's up for a little furry ring toss?
Okay.
This little nugget can show us how it's done using her St. Bernard's paw for target practice. He is patient and she is creative. Happy Thursday, everyone.
That's pretty great.
That was cute. All right. Thank you, Lara. We're going to go now to 50 states in 50 weeks. America the Beautiful. This morning, we are in South Carolina with our guy, Will Reed, bringing us to Clemson University. Good morning again, Will.
Hey there, Michael. We are shining a light on South Carolina this morning, specifically Clemson. The university is buzzing. It's the first days of classes. Football season's right around the corner. But this morning, I want to tell you about an amazing program they have here. It's called Clemson Life, and acceptance has two meanings.
I got it!
These Clemson students are headed to college. They're part of a program called Clemson Life, or Learning is for Everyone, which has been providing independent living for students with intellectual disabilities since 2008. What started as half a dozen students has grown to 57.
When these students are born, their parents didn't know college was an option. And so when you see that not only are they graduating from high school, they are coming to college, they get to graduate, walk across that stage, and have these skills to where they can be successful afterwards.
Here, they're given a chance to be a college student. That even includes rushing. They'll work jobs ranging from hospitality to Clemson athletics.
That was the best one yet.
I've noticed a lot of growth in me, how I've been gotten more independent.
Meet Matt. He's a student manager for the women's basketball team.
Their presence and their light and who they are just bring a different energy and light to our group.
Being part of Clemson Life means the absolute world to me. I don't know what I would do without this program.
And with college football season about to kick off,
I can't wait for football, baby!
Coach Dabo Swinney makes sure his team knows how important these opportunities are.
I love watching them grow. I love seeing the impact not only on our students, but on the other students. It is rewarding.
Clemson President Jim Clements' daughter, Grace, is also a student in the program. In May, she received her degree from her dad, the two sharing a big bear hug that quickly turned into a loving tackle.
And I am honored to be joined here this morning by Clemson President Jim Clements, his wife Beth, and daughter Grace. Everybody is upright after that amazing tackle back in May. Jim, thank you for your hospitality here. Clemson has rolled out the orange carpet for us, literally and figuratively. And clearly this program, Clemson Life, it's remarkable, and it's meant a lot to you personally. You were telling me earlier about all the opportunities and potential it has brought to Grace. Why does it mean so much to you?
Well, Will, thank you for being here this morning. We're so honored to have you on the campus. I love this program. Clemson Life is all about giving these amazing students a chance to get a job, learn how to live independently, and our own daughter, Amazing Grace, graduated last May. So for us, it's
way to go.
It's really personal.
It's so great. It's just such a remarkable program and remarkable results. 97% of Clemson Life graduates go on to get a job after they graduate. Why is it so effective?
You know, you have great people working in the program, great faculty, great staff, and obviously you have great students who are behind me. But if you look at the 97% success rate of students that get jobs compared to the national, it's significant. It's really significant. But the people that work in it put a lot of heart into it, and I'm really proud of the work they do.
Yeah, well, it is absolutely tremendous work that you do, the university does, and all of you do. Let's give yourselves a round of applause. And South Carolina in just a bit, guys.
All right, we're going to have much more from South Carolina with Will just ahead. Great job there, Will.
Oh, well, let's get this deal party started. Yeah. Tori's got deals and steals here. And Tori, this is more than just beauty products. They make you feel good.
Oh, yeah. And we are starting with Tarte, America's #1 concealer brand.
Wow.
This little baby right here is Shape Tape. And that is the ultra creamy concealer that we have in every single shade, quite literally every shade.
Wow.
It's full coverage, natural matte finish, waterproof, but also moisturizing, hydrating for 24 hours. So it's not going to like cake and crease under your eyes where you need it. We also have their #1 selling tubing mascara. It's called Tartlet. Great for strengthening, smudge proof. I happen to love the juicy plumping lip oils that are right in front. They've got that little puffy top.
Juicy and plumping.
Yeah. All of this from Tarte is slashed in half, starts at $13.
All right.
Okay, now we're moving to luxurious clean skincare. One of my favorite lines. This is St. Jane, and it's all about potent flowers that for centuries have been known to calm irritated skin. Their signature product is this serum right here. It's called Starflower Serum, and it's got, do you see these little tiny bubbles in here?
And it's beautiful in the bottle.
First of all, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So these little bubbles are infused with Starflower, niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, and then when they go on contact, and when you rub that and you feel how good it is, they then burst so that it really maximizes the efficacy of that product.
I
so
love
it's going to
this.
calm your skin. It's going to smooth fine lines and wrinkles. And just
then I should have used it up here.
I know, it's so fabulous. It's a really great one. Their lip oils are fabulous too. Everything from the line. It's an award-winning collection. 50% off starts at $14.
Just for the feel of that,
so
order it.
good.
Yeah.
All right.
Doll.
You go ahead, say it.
Doll, you know, I doll.
Yeah, so you didn't even realize that you use this line. You're like, do I know this? So I was introduced to this line by Dr. Whitney Bowe because I went and I was like, my skin is like problematic. She's like, first thing we're gonna do is change your makeup. So we switched over to this Doll 10. The foundation is phenomenal.
I just wanted everyone to really see the Doll 10 spokesmodel.
Yeah, you know what? I'm available.
It's phenomenal. It is a phenomenal line. It's like amazing coverage
really is.
because it's a combination of skincare and makeup in one, and that's what makes it so great. So we've got the whole collection. Do yourselves a favor on this one, all 50% off.
Because I've got so many skin issues, that's why she picked it for me, so it's great.
All right, CO Beauty. I love these patches. So they're these little reusable silicone patches.
They're fantastic, Sam.
Yeah, so brow, eye, smile, neck. You can either choose all or one area. Great for both being preventative or corrective, whichever you need. We don't need to do it now because you would do it on a clean dry face.
Yeah, and I've got
but
dual.
You've got your Doll 10
your Doll
on.
10-ing.
And then the one you guys have to get, Cryofill. This is like instant line
Tell me more.
eraser. It just fills in perfectly. It's phenomenal.
That's all you need to know.
50% off. That's all you need to know from CO.
Oh, the Forever Good.
That's
The Forever
really why I
Good.
came over just
You
to
did
say
say
we are not
hello.
limiting.
So we've got the entire Cold Plasma Plus collection here. It is packed with powerful formulas, powerhouse ingredients on these. Their hydrating body balm is phenomenal. We also have the neck. Yeah, so you doesn't need a lot. But we've got the neck cream, the eye cream. You guys ask me when the neck and eye are coming back.
There they
I
go.
got neck and eye for you today.
And it
but
works.
The whole collection is beloved. 50% off plus free shipping.
Thank you, Dr. Perico.
And then finally, Pure Beauty. We've got a lot of bestsellers here. One of their newest products, though, is this 4-in-1 skin tint. This is a mineral sunscreen, broad spectrum, SPF 50. So this is really great, like the weekends, like if you're out playing tennis, like if you're out,
Moisturizer,
you're always on the
sunblock, a
beach.
little
Like
color.
you need like the protection is fabulous. These eye pens are great, and then you and I love these palettes. The palettes are gorgeous. Instant contour, everything there. The eye palette's phenomenal. This is 50 to 80% off. Their prices are already good, starting under $5.
If I wasn't here, I'd be shopping already.
Yeah.
Tori, hand that over to me. And we've partnered with all these companies on these great products. You can get them all at gmadeals.com, or the QR code that's on the screen right there takes you right there. We will see you back tomorrow with more deals, Tori.
Oh yeah, baby.
All right.
Work is never done.
All right, coming up, that handsome man,
Where
John
is he?
Cena's here. Where is he? Where is he?
There he is.
Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
The picture I was looking for before. We are back with the man who does it all. 17-time WWE champion, best-selling author, actor.
Wow.
We love having John Cena here. He's back starring in season 2 of The Peacemaker. Welcome back.
Thank you guys so much for having me. Always a pleasure to be with you.
Season 2, it's been a 3-year break, though, so what's coming up in season 2?
Well, it's kind of a furthering of the story of season 1. So season 1 also available right now on HBO Max. The premiere episode streams tonight at 9 p.m. on HBO Max of season 2. You get to see our 11th Street kids in their journey forward after saving the world. They think after they save the world, life is going to be great. Not so much.
Ooh.
That sounds like a very good setup. I want to talk to you about, you were telling us about all you do. One thing that surprised me is there you were suddenly in the new Superman.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was great, and I think it's a statement by James Gunn, who's heading up the DCU now, to say to fans who love our universe that everything is integrated. And it was a nice little sprinkle of character development for the Peacemaker, Chris Smith, as he talks a lot of trash about Superman. And again, a really cool way to see, like, I'm not standalone watching Superman.
Right.
I'm watching a connection of Peacemaker to Superman, to
actually
Peacemaker season
so
2,
smart.
to the next thing. So it's a way to continue the narrative.
Well, standalone is a weird way. You just said standalone because there's a scene in Peacemaker where you fight yourself,
man,
from a different dimension.
How about that? I've had a lot of opponents in my career.
Yeah, but what is it like to have a scene?
What's John Cena like?
What's it like to have a scene with yourself fighting yourself?
There's so many jokes there. I'm going to allow those to tell themselves. It's okay. It's actually pretty wonderful. You have to do all of the action in one capacity and fight essentially a double, and then switch and then do it all again, and then fight a double. And you don't know how it's going to look, but man, when that's on episode 1, no spoilers, so look forward to that tonight. But like, it's brilliant. It came out really well. I'm really happy about it.
Well, you know what? Let's take a look at a clip. Let's check it out.
If it makes you feel any better, my interview also sucked.
It doesn't. Obviously, I know you wanted that superhero thing. So that's it? That's why you came?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, I guess.
Unless there was something else you wanted to talk about?
Like what?
I don't know.
Okay.
What happened the other night or something? We got a superhero mega movie. We got a workplace comedy. We got a romance.
We got it all.
Man.
Now, I did love season 1.
side.
Yeah, I love season 1, but I loved that dance number. That was a surprise to me, and I think everybody loved it, all right?
Well, I'm not spoiling it. We have a new song. Foxy Shazam wrote us a nice new open.
Right.
We have a new dance number. We have some new characters. So you're
As
gonna be
good
able to
as the
see-
first?
You'll have to watch tonight. Streaming on HBO Max at 9 and 10. Let me know. You have to let me know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
And do you consider yourself to be a good dancer?
No way. Not at all. This took a lot of practice. I practiced for a lot of stuff, but this took a lot of my efforts. And the dance is unorthodox. There's a lot of cool tandem stuff in there.
All right.
I hope everybody enjoys it. But
There's so many teases, John.
put my best foot forward. Yeah.
It's hard to know which one of your jobs is your day job, but you are still wrestling.
True.
Farewell tour going on.
Yes, that's right. 11 dates left of the farewell tour. About to head to Dublin this evening to be on SmackDown tomorrow night.
And then you got a special appearance in France.
True. Amazingly enough, I've done so much in my WWE career over 23 years. The one thing I haven't done is set foot in front of what's been called the greatest crowd in WWE history in Lyon, France. Now, that'll be about a week.
interesting.
It's
Why
crazy.
is it the greatest crowd?
Yeah.
Well, the last time WWE toured Lyon, the noise was so loud that the authorities had to come in because they thought there was like a problem. There was a noise ordinance. So they literally had to come in and be like, you guys are excited to the point of where it might be getting crazy.
Yeah.
And all of the superstars came back and be like, man, you missed it. And so I have some serious FOMO, but one of these things, the last box I get to check off, even on this farewell tour, I'm still experiencing some firsts. Man, I can't wait to set foot in a
You'll
in the ring
give them
in
a
Lyon,
problem,
France.
all right.
I think they'll give me a bunch of energy too. It's really a special treat, and I'm looking forward to that.
It's amazing. I don't know how you do it. How is your body holding up?
You know what? It's not bad. It is time to step away for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm
You'll make it
noticing
through the
all the lights on
farewell
the
tour.
dash of like check engine, low tire. But it's time to step away.
I
But
fully can relate.
as we get into this last final run, these last 11 dates, I feel pretty good, pretty motivated.
Good. That's great to hear. Your fans, I'm sure, are glad to hear that as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people can relate to lights on the dash.
Right.
Yeah, what's going on? It is time
It's
to
like
go in for
whack-a-mole
maintenance.
now.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in.
Man, always great to spend
Yeah,
time
it's
with you
great to
guys.
see you.
Thank you. Just want to make sure everybody watches Peacemaker Season 2.
Yeah.
When is it?
Premieres
Streaming
tonight on
tonight,
HBO
9
Max,
p.m.
right.
on HBO Max.
Well, you are on your way to Dublin
Yes.
with
I'll be
WWE.
there.
Now, wrapping up our series on Black Business Month. It's so easy to snap a picture on your phone, as we all know, but capturing a truly beautiful photo and making it come to life, that is an art. And one business owner turns that passion into a thriving business that folds in the community. This isn't your average camera shop. It's a community hub, just as vibrant as the Brooklyn neighborhood it lives in.
I feel like a kid in a candy store when it comes to like film or anything camera related. This is awesome.
Originally opened at a tiny third-floor walk-up in 2020, Photodome has now expanded into a full-service photography store.
Hey, what's good, y'all? Come on in.
Equipped with a film processing lab, studio, camera rentals, and an in-house gallery for exhibitions.
We get orders from everywhere, and people definitely support us because we do carry some products that nobody else carries, even if there are products from around the world. So some items that we carry, you can't find it anywhere else but our store.
Dominic Lewis, an avid photographer and founder of Photodome, chose to forego a degree in electrical engineering and instead chase his passion.
I launched a GoFundMe, and it became viral overnight, and we were able to reach our goal in about 3 days. So I went from having a goal of $25,000 to be raised, and we ended up raising around like $38,000.
The store offering workshops for photographers of all levels.
After you finish, just mix it a couple more times.
Like this one, where these students are learning how to develop film at home.
We have a very large community, so we host a lot of community workshops, classes, and events that people can be a part of.
And the regulars say they are grateful for the inclusive environment Dominic has created.
So Photodom is like my local film store. I'm super hyped that it's Black owned. I love film photography, and everyone here is really nice, inviting.
The first time I walked into this space and just saw what Dom and his team have been building, it honestly moved me to tears. It's really important that we have spaces like this.
I've actually bought like dang near 90% of my cameras here, especially my film cameras. If you're bored on a day, or if you just want some inspiration, or if you want to meet some new people, this is a place that you can come to.
With the motto, create something today, Dominic says he hopes his story can serve as inspiration for others.
Being a Black-owned business is our duty to kind of like set a precedent for the next generation of that you can do whatever you want to do as well, as long as you put your mind to it and you stay committed to your goals.
You know what? And what's old is new. Photodom has been growing along with the trend of point-and-shoot film cameras and Polaroids, which I wish we could take a Polaroid of us. Yeah, that'd be great. Well, Dominic says he wants people to create art and memories that are tangible.
He's doing it.
He's doing it. He surely is. Helping the community along the way.
That whole generation, they love that old school camera.
They're back.
I love that it's coming back because then you have real pictures. They're not just stuffed on your phone.
Exactly.
You know? I love that. Great business. All right, we want to go back to South Carolina for our 50 States in 50 Weeks series with Will. He's at Clemson. Hey, Will.
Hey there, what you're seeing here isn't just school spirit at Clemson, but state spirit. There is so much to love about South Carolina. The history, the things to do, and, of course, the food.
From the sweeping views of the Blue Ridge Mountains to the 187 miles of coastal serenity, welcome to South Carolina. Famous boardwalks, including Myrtle Beach, also dubbed the mini golf capital of the world, with over 50 mini golf courses. Speaking of golf, the state is home to America's first golf course. Did you know it's illegal to fish with a yo-yo here? And Lee County might have a lizard man? Just outside of Charleston is Fort Sumter, where the first shots of the Civil War were fired. And there's Fort Jackson, the U.S. Army's largest training center. The heritage of the Gullah people still prominent today throughout the Lowcountry region. Thought to be between 300 and 400 years old, the angel oak tree on St. John's Island stands as the oldest living thing east of the Mississippi. And locals know the Palmetto State actually produces more peaches than the Peach State right next door. You'll find college pride and rivalry between the Clemson Tigers and the University of South Carolina Gamecocks. Sweet tea and barbecue were born here. So were television's finest.
Sure about that?
We'd like to solve the puzzle.
I wanna love you.
And Darius Rucker, too, a proud native and the state's official ambassador. Here, the state's smiling faces and beautiful places are brighter than ever.
Only wanna be with you.
So South Carolina is home to Clemson, of course, and we thank all the folks here at Clemson for being so hospitable. But the state also has 61 other colleges and universities, but it's hard to beat this place, these people. Thank you for the hospitality, guys. Let's hear it for Clemson. And South Carolina.
Will, that was awesome. Thank you, Clemson. Thank you, Will. That was wonderful. And next week, we're heading to New Hampshire for 50 States in 50 Weeks. Cannot wait for that. Can't wait for this either. NASCAR driver and new dad Bubba Wallace is with us live on Good Morning America.
We're back now with NASCAR superstar Bubba Wallace. He is hot off his historic victory last month when he became the first ever black driver to win a major race at the famed Indianapolis Motor Speedway Oval. Well, now he's taking a quick break before gearing up for the playoffs, and he is joining us live. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up for Bubba.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Congratulations to you, man, winning the crown jewel.
Yeah.
How did that feel? Making history like that.
Yeah, well, I look at the timeline since Kansas in 2022 was my last victory. And so nearly 3 years, you kind of forget, you know, what that feeling's like. And you often question, when you get going that long without a victory, you question yourself if you're able to do it still. And so that was just a really special day, really fun weekend. Our team executed really well. I remember it like it was yesterday. It's crazy that it's already been a month.
Yeah.
So we got to continue this momentum streak that we're on. The playoffs are starting next week. Our last race in Daytona, last regular season race in Daytona this Saturday night. So I'm excited. I got no stress. I feel good. It's been a great year, ready to cap it off with the championship.
It's been a great year because you win this race, and I love the celebration with the family.
Absolutely.
You take your son Bex, you hold him up like Simba from the Lion King.
That's right.
You got your wife there, Amanda, with you. What was that like celebrating with them?
Yeah, so we were able to do a little bit of this in Daytona earlier this year when we won the duels, but this was like our first official, our points win here. Having Bex there, he has no idea what's going on, and I'm so excited to share those stories with him when he's older and can understand a little bit. But Amanda's been through the trenches. We've gone through the ups and downs of this sport and this crazy life, and Bex has been the biggest victory of our lives, and it's been just so fun being at home. I left out super early this morning, and I texted him as soon as I landed. I miss you guys already. So he's awesome. He's the best baby ever, and it totally is a game changer. You know, there's been plenty of people. You may have been a person that told me that having a kid changed your life, and it's the best thing, and it truly is. So now that I'm living that and seeing that, everything else comes second.
Yep, everything is second, and it gives you new motivation when you're behind the wheel of this car, man. And when the first time I talked to you, you just started driving for the team, and Michael Jordan was there, and MJ is one of the owners of your team.
That's right.
And you know what did he say to you after that win?
Yeah, we know what he said to us in that interview.
Yeah, I remember what he said in the interview. He said, "I only pay winners."
That's right.
That's right. Pay up, MJ. Pay up.
Being able to talk on the phone with him after that win was awesome. I told him I wish he was there to celebrate with him in person. I've yet to get him a win in person with him there. So that'll be the next one that we get. But he was just excited. He was pumped for our team and wants us to keep it going because he knows that the next week is a new opportunity for us. So we've, like I mentioned earlier, we've been on a really good streak, putting races together, finding our weaknesses and showcasing our strengths, and I think it's just in time to get in gear for the playoffs start.
But you've been such a trailblazer in the sport, and you've been an advocate for diversity. Yeah. You've had that where they banned the Confederate flag at races. What's it been like for you to be a leader, to be an advocate for sport and where there's not a lot of diversity as of yet? Yeah,
I think we look at, there's not a lot of diversity at the driver's level, right? It's myself at the cup level, Raja Cruz coming up through the truck level, and but throughout the garage, pit crews have been diverse for the last 15, 20 years. We just haven't done a good job of exposing that. But now you have people behind the scenes. My PR person, she's going to hate to be on camera, so don't pan to her.
She's covering her face over there.
But there is a lot of diversity within our sport, but they don't get the spotlight. And at the end of the day, we make it all about the drivers. And so we still have some work to do there. I think the biggest thing that I can do is continue to win and win again and win again, and that will help. So I just have to keep doing my job, keep doing the best that I can on and off the racetrack, making it a welcoming sport for everybody.
Well, playoffs are here.
That's right.
All right, you're driving. You're in it because you won a race, man. That's got to feel good.
For sure.
What can we expect?
I have lived on the edge of the cut line for the last 3 years, and it is stressful. So now to be well ahead of that, I'm excited to go into Daytona with no stress, but really excited to get these playoffs started because I feel like our team right now is firing on all cylinders, and that's what you need. This season is super long. It's the teams that can keep their flame lit the whole season is the ones that usually prevail on top. And so ours has died out a little bit, but we have finally got it reignited, and it's shining bright. So it's going to be action-packed. Starting off at Darlington, the first few races are definitely treacherous and can put yourself in a bad spot. So I think for us, if we just go and run our own race and execute the best that we can, we have a really good shot. So we've been bringing really fast Toyota Camrys to the racetracks everywhere we go. Now it's just a matter of putting it in my hands, let me do the work.
Let you do your job, man.
That's right.
And from my understanding, do you have something for me or something?
I think so.
No, they don't?
Yeah.
You do?
I do.
What
I
is
do.
this?
We want
I
to make you a part of the team. Yeah. It's a little 2311. Yes, sir.
Oh, baby
That's
boy.
all you. There you go.
I appreciate that.
No doubt.
I got to put it on after.
Yeah,
I think I
put
get
it on
over
after.
myself.
Yeah, you can try it.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
There we go. There we go. Look at him.
There we go.
He's
There we
official.
go.
He's official.
Bubba, thank you,
Yes,
man.
sir, brother.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck in the playoffs,
Absolutely.
man.
Thank you, brother.
And MJ, pay this man. He won, all right?
Every time. Who's wearing your jacket?
Eddie, what are you doing with my jacket? Man, I just got it. Don't wear my... Come on.